I started getting into vintage digicams earlier this year with a Sony Mavica that I found at a thrift store. But this video isn't about the Sony Mavica, it's about the camera that it inspired me to get next. This camera is from 2001. It's not impressive by today's standards, with a 4 megapixel sensor, 3x zoom, and potato video quality. So why am I making this video? I don't have some big secret to tell you about photography or this camera. This is really just another old digicam that no serious photographer would expect super high quality photos out of. But maybe that is in itself the secret. I'm not a professional photographer, I just take pictures for fun. I think the reason I like these old digital cameras so much is that they take the focus away from achieving a technically perfect picture. I own a much nicer, newer camera that is superior to this one in every way on paper. It's actually the camera filming this video right now. But I almost never use it for photography. It feels too clinical. It's too focused on pixel peeping and the minute attention to every detail. It shoots dozens of high-resolution photos in a burst, allowing me to be ever so picky about whether I want the photo with this blade of grass 5mm to the right or 5mm to the left. At least for me, when I use such professional-grade gear, there's a subconscious pressure to get the photo just right, and it just saps all the joy out of it. In contrast, I absolutely love using this camera. I've been blown away by the quality and the vibrancy of the photos it can produce, but it's also just an absolute joy to physically use. I love a bit of manual control, and this camera offers just enough that you can use more advanced photography knowledge without getting too into the weeds. Its controls are tactile and easy to use, and I love the beeps and bloops it makes as you change settings. In that sense, this camera does everything I want a camera to do. It actually makes me want to go out and take photos. Even the tiny screen helps. It has just enough detail to verify exposure and compensation, but I won't be able to see if the photo was perfect or not until later. I think this camera has taught me that photography is, at least for me, about the experience as much as it is about the final result. Maybe more so. I don't shoot photos because I like looking at pictures on my computer. I shoot them because I love to get outside and see the wonder in the world. So what's the takeaway? Well, if you are looking for an old digital camera to start practicing photography with, I do recommend the S85 or its predecessors, the S75 or the S70. But more so, I hope the message of this video is that you should focus on what brings you joy in your photography. I really believe that allowing emotions to guide your work brings more authentic and meaningful results. So go out there and figure out what brings you joy.